Yes, that's right, Tammy. The erection of this snowman has certainly aroused the passion of the neighbors on this usually quiet street, but it's a tricky time now with Detroit Lions fever and all the spirited fans, one of whom lives inside this home. He refused to go on camera for an interview, but he says he's done nothing wrong, but he does admit one thing, and that's of being guilty of having a lot of Detroit Lions football squad spirit for them to keep winning playoff games. He says that he built the snowman about 2.5, 3 weeks ago after we got the big snow, and that the snowman, even with the temperatures getting into the 40s, has remained up. And as you can see, he's getting a little flaccid now, but he's been hanging in there in this position with this percentage angle of flaccidity for over 2.5 weeks. And no one can understand it, so it's attracting gawkers. Now, some of the neighbors say that this is endangering the kids walking to and fro school. They also say that it looks pornographic. And they don't want it. They want it knocked down. They've talked to City Hall about it, and City Hall is contemplating doing something. They're looking into it. They did not have a comment for me on this particular thing. I will say that I find it somewhat titillating, and there's another car going by, people just looking at this thing all day long. I do find it somewhat titillating, but then again, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, as you can see by my Honolulu blue suit and my silver hair. And I should share that I also take one of those little Honolulu blue pills for energy before the games, about 30 minutes before kickoff. And we're really hoping that the Lions can continue their winning ways, but these neighbors say not at the cost of creating a nuisance, a public nuisance. Now, the gentleman who created this snowman says that since he created it, it's been very good luck for the team, and he hopes that Mr. Snowman can keep it up until Sunday's game against San Francisco. And if they do win that game, as we all know, they'll be going to their first ever Super Bowl. Which would be terrific, but I think I speak on behalf of all Michiganders that it's really not important whether or not we win on Sunday against San Francisco. It's just that we want the teams to have, both teams to have a good game and show some good sportsmanship and camaraderie, and to really have a well-fought game and no serious injuries, which is always the gist of things. But until then, neighbors complaining about the phallic nature of this snowman, and the gentleman who created it and other Lions fans are all for it. So it's a very interesting situation. And now back to you, Tammy. This is Marvin, Kerfinns, Channel 6 News, Cheboygan. On a personal note, I will say that, as we all know, as time marches on, it gets harder and harder and harder to keep things up. You know, just to let you know, I do suffer from this ailment myself, with keeping things up with osteoporosis, among some other afflictions.